Are you an admin? Are you a DBA? Are you a SQL developer? Chances are that if you're one of those, you are going to need to work with more than one instance. And let's face it, going and clicking through each instance and then running the query against it is more than a little bit menial. And since I showed in the earlier video how to do that with PowerShell, I thought I'd also show you another way of doing it if PowerShell isn't an option. You may be a die-hard fanatic that doesn't like PowerShell, or maybe you just simply don't have the option because you're running an earlier host like 2008, and I'm not talking the R2 edition. So, here's an option for you. You can create a registered server list, and you can do it both locally or on a central server, but if you do it on the central server, you need to have an enterprise edition. Just keep that in mind. And from that, you can then run all of your queries. So just as an example, I'm going to take my server here and I'm going to say I want to do a query. And I want to say I want the max degree of parallelism. And ta-da, I get it. But if I want to run it against all of my 3 instances, well, I don't want to open 3 query windows and the rest, and typing out the connect to server options in TSQL is tedious at best. So what are my options? Well, you can register a server. So if I go to View and Registered Servers, you can see that I've already registered one of the 3. Well, 2 of the 3 actually. And I thought I'd leave the 1 left because I wanted to point out that there's more than one way to register it. I can click on the group and go Register Server. And I could enter name, description, and the instance, etc. Or I can also click down here where I've already got it open and also equally register and again name, description, etc. You can also check the connections, some global properties, whether it's encryption, trusted, and so on. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that. But this one is missing. And there we go. So now what I want to do is run this same query, but instead of running individually against each one of these, I'm going to run against my local group up here. Now I could create a different name of a group and more details and import and export, but just for the demo here, I'm just going to run the query against the whole group. So I execute this, and you can see I get a response, and it automatically adds the server name which responded. And in this case, I see all of them having the same value. Cool, no?